Alright guys, it's BLM here, and we are back with more Witcher 3. Yeah, I did plan on recording more today than I'm going to end up recording. I'm probably only going to end up recording this one episode here, but
I would never suspect him of such.
whatever.
He's been
We're
very
continuing on
loyal.
with Wine is
He
Sacred.
owes all he has to me. His father frittered away
I
the
planned on
family
recording, I don't know, for a couple hours today. I ended up getting distracted, did other things, that and also mixed in with me getting up late. I mean, I had a really long night last night. I had to do something really early today as well, so mixing all that stuff together, I'm pretty much gonna only record probably one episode for right now. Maybe later, like tonight before I go to sleep, I might record a few more. We'll see. Depends on when I go to sleep. But we're continuing on here.
So where do we start?
Yeah.
The barrels are present.
What do I have to talk about? Not really, I mean, I guess I really don't have much other than Survivor Maryland. Because I did finish Survivor Maryland Season 2, which yeah, it was fun. Overall, it was a fun season. Not the best season in the world. I think there's some editing things I'm just like, I don't know. There's a lot of like blind sides that happen where it's like not telegraphed at all. Like, I mean, like the thing that's great about something like the best blind sides on U.S. Survivor, like, I mean, this comes to mind with, like, something like the Jeremy blind side, on U.S. Survivor, and, like, I don't know, but either way, I mean, like, the Jeremy blind side really sticks out, where it's like, okay, what are we looking for?
I like it.
We're looking for that one specific one, right?
Excellent wine. You've good taste.
But, like, the Jeremy blind side, where what I find so great about that one is that it's not blatantly set, like, it's not obvious that Jeremy's going home that episode, but and really the entire episode's set up so that Jeremy won't go home, but then, like, at the last second, like a little right before tribal, they just show a scene of, like, John going up to Missy and saying, hey, you know what, I think we should get fuck, I fucked up the words there. Oh, I think we should get rid of Jeremy tonight. And then they just cut away. And then it's like, they just start talking about other things, and then they go to tribal, and then you see Jeremy get blindsided. So, like, you see why, like, they make you understand why it happened when it happens, unlike Survivor Maryland Season 2, when I watch, where there's a lot of blind things that happen, but you don't know why it happened until the episode afterwards, where they say, oh, previously on, this happened, this happened, this happened. That, like, they didn't show on the show. So it's like, I mean, that's kind of irritating. And that's a lot of the complaints with, like, something like Game Changers and Survivor Game Changers and some other seasons, where it's like the reasons for the boots aren't really explained. And whatever. Okay, I guess we're going up here. Actually, I feel like I know where it is. I don't know why I'm wasting time here. I think I know where it is. Or maybe not. Isn't it one of these? It's this one. There we go. Yeah. I knew it was up here.
Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right.
Oh, wait, what? Was that not it? Well, fuck. Is it this one then? No, because there's no thing. Fuck. This one. It has to be this one, right? There we go.
Right here.
Yeah, really enjoyed Survivor Maryland Season 2. I mean, like, at the beginning, the pre-merge was just kind of okay.
If you hit a hole
Like,
inside,
a lot of, like, just pretty average episodes. Maybe, like, a couple, like, a slightly above average, but nothing too great there. Though there were fun characters. I mean, okay, wait.
this one is full.
But, and then the merge episode was just kind of average as well. But then after that, you get the Chris Thomas blind side, which is, I don't know if it's really a blind side, but at least because he kind of expects it. But still, it was a fun vote. After that, you got the Nicole Locke. That's her name, right? Blind side. Whatever. And then after that, the Connor blind side, which is even better. So you get 3 really great votes in a row. And then episode 7, yeah, and then the Phil blind side, which was pretty great as well. And then it kind of slows down with the Siona and Ryan stuff. While there's a lot of strategy happening, it's not really super fun. But that was fun. And then you get to the Final 4, which was pretty fun too, to see Chris LeCompte go. What are we doing? Is it this one? If only it would let me fucking activate it. Fuck. I meant to... Okay, whatever. There we go.
This one's full too.
Fuck off. Which one is it?
Looks like all the barrels are full.
Oh, is it not?
And I'm afraid.
Full they are.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. They're not full of the thing, actual right wine.
Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one.
But yeah, so yeah, really fun, a pretty fun season. I actually was impressed with the winners game, with Steve's game, in the sense that I thought he would have been more. Okay, what are we doing? What are we going down here? Oh shit. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like, based off, like, because I already knew most of the results, and, like, I knew that him and Chris Lecomte pretty much went on a run to Final Four and whatever else, but I saw that he won a lot of immunities, so I thought he was like a Mike Holloway type winner, where they used idols and immunities to get to the end, but that's really not the case. I mean, like, him along with Chris Lecomte, played a very impressive game from the merge on, pretty much. I mean, they do get blindsided at the Nicole Locke vote, but except for that, I mean, they pretty much control every other vote, and it's impressive considering the fact they were in the minority, and the assumed minority the entire time. Oh, fuck off. There we go. And, like, they were able to avoid being blindsided over and over and over again. And I that was pretty impressive. That being said, I mean, not a very dominant win. I'm not the worst win either. Like, again, like, if I were to compare him to a Survivor winner, he's probably a more strategic Ethan. Like, he's probably in that middle tier sort of range where, like, of people who didn't really dominate the game, but were like associates of people that dominated the game. Because I think Chris Lecomte was more outwardly strategic. But then again, I mean, even if Chris Lecomte won, I don't know if I would consider him a dominant winner either, just because of the circumstances of the way that they got to the end, where they weren't really calling the shots, but they were able to survive through strategic ability and social ability. I mean, like, the fact that they were able to keep Nicole Senti on their side the entire time was impressive. That, and also, I'm disappointed with Nicole Senti's game, because, like, I remember hearing a lot of things about saying, oh, she should have won and that sort of thing. I don't see that at all. I feel like in that final two, there's a very clear winner between Steve and Nicole Senti. That being said, Nicole Senti didn't play a bad game, but I think, like, out of anyone left by the final four, I feel like she was the last person getting my. She would be the last person getting my vote there.
Is what I provide not enough?
But I mean, not a bad player. Just I feel like she's kind of a Sandra-esque player in the sense that she's willing to. Actually, that's not really super accurate, I guess. Maybe more like a Vesepi? I don't know. I mean, because it's like she's. Maybe, I mean, to be honest, she's probably more of a Laurel, isn't she? I mean, she's a. Yeah, actually, I think it's very. Actually, now I think about it, I think she's very similar to Laurel from Ghost Island, in the sense where that she was the swing vote for like a whole bunch of votes, but she ended up picking the same side every single fucking time, pretty much. Again, she does flip at the final four, but again, that's the final four. So it's like you kind of fucking have to at that point. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't care about. Yeah, like I've said this before. The Witcher 3. I mean, the Blood and Wine DLC. Story-wise, I really couldn't give a shit. Really, same thing about Hearts of Stone too. I mean, like both the story, like Hearts of Stone, I think has a more has a more solid story, like a more well-rounded story. Well, Blood and Wine I think is just all over the fucking place and really, I don't know. I mean, like the ending I think is pretty good. Like the stuff that happens towards the end, but I mean like this middle section here where we're trying to find out who is behind like whatever else. I don't fucking care.
Spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed
Um,
to hail from Sintra.
I've no
Yeah, Survivor Maryland was fun. Yeah, I mean, I in terms of the people that came back for All Stars, I think the choices were about right. I think Chandler should have came back. I thought he was a really fun character on the show, but I mean, I assume that it was either there were other reasons why he couldn't go on, like either he wasn't at the college anymore, or he didn't want to play again, or something to that nature, or the fact that I guess there were just too many males, if you really think about it. Like I think that's the thing that Survivor Maryland seems to lack, and that's something I noticed while looking at the confessional count too, because I was keeping a confessional count along the way. Is that yeah, the females just don't get a lot of screen time on this season, at least. And like that's something I noticed on All Stars, that a lot of the weaker, like the people that are like, why the fuck did they bring them back? Like a lot of those people are females. I mean, like people like Sierra and like Michelle and Rebecca and Ashley Roach and all these people. It's like, yeah, a lot of like weaker females.
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
So yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, I just think there are too many males.
Captain, have your men.
Yeah, I kept the confessional count. Something that surprised me about the confessional count is that Chris LeCompte actually didn't get that many confessionals. I mean, he ended up with only, I think, 50 by the end of the season, which I mean, for any other season, for a U.S. season of Survivor nowadays, 50 is a lot. I mean, 50 is more than any player on Ghost Island except for Dominic. But that being said, considering this season, Chandler ended up having the most confessionals at like 100 and was it 112 or 113, something like that. Yeah, that definitely shows you the difference. Oh, yeah, Steve ended up getting, like, the final episode was ridiculous, where Steve and Chandler both got 28 confessionals in that one episode, which is fucking ridiculous. Mind you, that's because there was a lot of back and forth things. Like there was a lot of like, oh, like confessional Steve, confessional of Nicole, confessional Steve, confessional of Nicole, back and forth. So that's kind of why that was inflated. And then Chandler just got a whole bunch of screen time towards the beginning of the episode because like he was the one that was supposed to be voted out at the beginning. Then got Nicole Senti the flip, whatever else happened there, and then later on he also really had to campaign to Steve to try to get to stay and was unsuccessful. But anyway, yeah, I thought Chandler played a pretty strong game. Again, I think I would have voted for Steve over Chandler, though. I think Chandler's played a really strong game as well. Tough thing, that's something I realized too, is that while everyone seemed, like, at least most of the people that make it far, at least into Survivor Maryland, like, are playing really hard, there's really no great player. There's a lot of good players, like kind of good, but no one really that great. Like there's no Boston Robin Redemption 9. There's no Kim Spradlin. There's no even like a Tony character really. Like there's no one that's in the majority every single vote. For all the seasons I've been watching so far, I don't think there's been a person that's been in the majority every single time. I haven't watched seasons 3 and 4 yet, but at least up to this point, that isn't the case.
It's not him.
But that being said, again, this is a completely different game. I know it's called Survivor. It's called Survivor Maryland, but I mean, it really isn't. Similar to Survivor. Like, I don't think you can compare them necessarily to players from Survivor, because again, they're playing this over like almost 100 days or whatever. I mean, I think it's more comparable to Big Brother in a way than Survivor, in terms of how the game is played. Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. Okay, wait. This is already activated, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. But, oh, right. okay. Because I think like there are people there that I feel like if they were playing a normal season of Survivor where it's, or at least a US season of Survivor, where it's 39 days on an island and the winner gets $1 million and I guess you can add in also the part that people get paid the further they get, but I mean that's not really the case in all versions of Survivor, so I won't include that. But like at least $1 million for winning at the end, I feel like people would play a lot more conservatively than they do on Survivor Mail. Because again, people are playing really hard. I mean, at least the people that care enough and make it far enough play really hard, and it's pretty much.
Is it just
I think a lot of it is because
my signal?
they might as well. I mean, like it's pretty much a thing where it's like there's no downside. I mean, like the biggest downside is that you don't get to play the game for the rest of the semester. And like, I mean, the grand prize is like $100, right? So it's like whatever.
Let's ask him a few questions. Come on.
Witcher, a moment. I was wrong about you.
Yeah, fuck you. Alright, whatever.
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
True. You are not the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth.
Yeah, next up I'll be watching season 3, so that should be some fun.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits
Season 2 was a pretty fun post-merge. But again, I feel like the editing, it's a good thing that it does get better. Because again, All Stars editing is pretty good. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, by the time we get to season 5, it seems like everything's worked out. Which, sadly, season 5 is the last season. But, or at least the last season by Austin Trupp, is that his name? The guy that created it. I think they continued it after that, but just with a different person leading, like, different person doing it, because obviously the guy that ran it graduated. And I don't know if we're ever going to be seeing those seasons. Hopefully we do. I'll be excited to see those. But
do the honors.
either way.
Who sent you?
His name is Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Yeah, I really enjoyed season 2.
Who sent you?
I hope I like season 3 and 4 as well.
Wait.
I know season 4's
He doesn't wish to speak.
early post-merge is supposed to be like really insane. And then it kind of slows down after that. It kind of becomes predictable at a certain point. But
You're the beast of Beauclair.
it'll be fun to watch that. And I believe season 3 is supposed to be pretty crazy too. But I don't know. I really like a lot of the things that I'm excited for is seeing all the people that do return for All Stars and seeing how they played the first time. But either way, great idea, I guess.
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters.
I wish season 1 was finished. It isn't, so it doesn't matter. But I would have liked to see season 1. I did look up the results. And to be honest, it doesn't seem like that great of a season, if I'm being honest. It seems like a complete clusterfuck. But it still would be fun to watch. And it's Schubel, so, I mean, come on.
Who hired you?
Oh yeah, something else I've been watching. I did watch a couple, like 3 episodes of The Sequester, the Black Hat show, which is Sequester is a ORG that's run by Audrey Middleton, who was on Big Brother 17, and she recently filmed a live-action version of the show where they're like in a house and they play the game and everything. And I watched the first 3 episodes of that, and that was fun. It's kind of it's like a mix of Survivor and I don't know, something like maybe The Challenge. To be honest, I haven't watched The Challenge enough to really know how The Challenge works, but I assume that's what it's like, a mix of.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
Like the interesting game, because it's like,
Our mission has not yet.
I mean, there's so many. Like the problem I have with it is that there's like so much shit going on, and it's kind of hard to follow at certain points. I feel like some of the characters just aren't even mentioned. Like I don't even know who the fuck is left on the show at this point. Like it started off with 23 people, and like 3 people in the episode are like, it's like so far like 2 to 3 people in the episode have been eliminated, and the episodes are only like less than 30 minutes long each. So it's like, it's really tough to know who these people even are. Mind you, I do know 2 of them because Chris LeCompte and Holly, I can't even pronounce her last name. I don't remember it anyway. It starts with an R. But 2 people who were on Survivor Maryland, actually 2 people who were on Survivor Maryland All-Stars, are in that show, and they're still on there. Mind you, last I saw, Holly looks like she's gonna get eliminated, but still, that's been a fun watch. Again, like, I mean, it's really well made. From a like production standpoint, I just feel like needs more time. I feel like they should have been like hour-long episodes, but then again, I don't know if they had enough content to fill out that hour. But I feel like we need to know the characters more, like, because like when like the guy that got eliminated at the end of episode 2, like, I had no clue who the fuck that guy was. Like, I've never seen him before in my entire life. Yeah, that guy got eliminated, and there was like I mean, like, Wade, that's his name, right? The first guy eliminated, like, he was fun. But it's like, with the exception of him, it's like, all the people that got eliminated so far, I really don't know anything about them. Okay.
Sooner or later, everyone slips up. Centurion stole the Sun Real. That was his mistake.
Yet if we had not
But it's an interesting game. It's a game where
You're right. We got lucky.
there's just so much shit going on. I'm trying to think of how to explain the game, but it's so fucking difficult. Like,
Need to find the Centurion, whether
I
or not
mean,
he's
every
responsible for
round
murders.
there's a vote like Survivor, where you
still
vote out
know
people,
what
obviously,
Blackmail's
like, and it's just straight majority.
Besides,
That person who gets voted out is out of the game. However, on the way out, they can pick 2 other people from the people remaining to compete in a challenge. Those 2 people compete. The loser of that also gets eliminated from the game. So that's interesting for the fact that obviously, like, you would want to vote out your biggest enemy, but you can't really vote out your biggest enemy, because if you vote out your biggest enemy, they're going to put you in the challenge, and then you could have the possibility of going home. So there's a lot of interesting strategy with that. That, and also there's the Black Hat twist, which is this where people vote secretly for a person to become the Black Hat. That person gets to introduce a twist into the game, which is kind of similar to a Big Brother sort of thing, kind of similar to like the App Store or whatever else, that sort of stuff, except for that the people within the game are voting for who gets the power. I don't know, whatever.
Not the first time I've been hunted.
But it's been fun.
Always. Now, the port warehouse where the wine was delivered.
Again, kind of the same complaints I have with Survivor Maryland, where I feel like the editing could have been better, but I mean, from a production standpoint, like the it's actually pretty well made, the sequester Black Hat.
Fate lent us a hand. A waitress.
And mind you, the picture quality is a bit lower. Like, obviously, I mean, like, it's edited very similar to what you would see like a Big Brother sort of thing. Like, it's edited very similar to like the episodes of Big Brother, but it's, again, like, there's certain points where it's like the picture quality's a bit off, the camera work's a bit off, but I mean, like, it's still well made.
A singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted. Very.
The same.
I'm trying to think, when do we make the decision that determines which path you take? It's not until later, right? I don't think. I don't remember, to be honest. That's the point where I'm going to start paying attention. Because the reason I'm not paying attention right now is because I literally don't fucking care. Like, again, like, this DLC is a really great DLC. It's a great DLC, but it's not great for its story. Like, its story is just, it exists. It's there. It's fine, but it's not really something I really care about. Are we still doing Wine is Sacred, by the way? This has been taking a while.
Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
But yeah, Big Brother's still going on. Sam's nominations were fucking weird. I mean, the nominations themselves weren't weird. It's her explanation for it, which was weird. Was that the people that she put up were like the opposite of empowering women and stuff like that. Which, I mean, I don't know. She talked about how, like, Haley was using Scotty and that sort of stuff. It's like, I mean, was she? I mean, I don't know. I mean, to be honest, I feel like that, like, saying that about Caitlyn is like, okay, fine, I guess. Saying that about Haley is a bit of a stretch. Oh, we completed Line of Sacred. Well, I guess...
I should double the patrols, just in case.
We are not going to put on clothes. Anna Henrietta will consider appropriate for the soiree. Should we even bother starting this mission, though? Because again, I only want to record this one episode. I don't plan on recording more. Oh, there's a dog. Doesn't do anything? Oh no, did we kill it? Oh no! Oh, that's fucked. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I thought it would, like, nothing would happen to... Oh no. Well, shit. Okay. Who is the man from Sintra, by the way? I don't even remember. Yeah, I think we'll just end it here, to be honest. I don't think I'll record. I don't think I'll start the mission. I guess I'll just talk for a little bit more. I mean, again, I've been talking about reality TV stuff the entire episode, so I guess I'll talk about it more. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm excited to watch seasons 3 and 4 of Maryland. I'll probably rewatch 5 when it's done. I think. I don't know. Okay, let's just fight these guys, I guess. Oh, fuck off. Okay. Fuck. Okay. Or maybe I'll just rewatch it now and then from the point where I'm at. I think it's... I don't know how many episodes are left because we're at the final 6? No, final 7 of the current season of Maryland. So I mean, there's probably what 1, 2, 3, 4 more episodes, if that. Maybe 3 more episodes. I don't know. Yeah, I think probably 3 more. That is assuming there's a final 3. Who knows? They could make it a final 2. But I don't know. Okay, I think we'll end here. Next episode we will continue on, but I'll continue talking for a few more minutes just to make it an even 30 minutes or so. But yeah, I mean, this All-Star season's been really great though. I think the pre-merge is a bit slower compared to what's been happening recently. Like the pre-merge was fun. I mean, there were some fun votes in the pre-merge, but this post-merge has been really strong. I mean, at least starting from the Chris LeComte boot. Because you got the Chris LeComte boot, which was a big blindside. Because what, it was a split vote, right? It was... Yeah, it was a group of 4 against a group of 5, right? Or was it a group of 5 against a group of 5? And the Chris LeComte group split their votes, and it was 5-3-2 or something like that. But anyway, that was fun. Then you got at Final 10, you got the rock draw where Schubel goes home, which is such a shame. Because he was playing... I mean, if he wins that rock draw, Schubel probably gets pretty far, right? I mean, he gets probably... I don't know. I mean, who knows if they would have been a Pagonging or not, but either way. Then, I mean, the Shannon vote was kind of just whatever. But then, I mean, you got the Evan vote last week, which was really great. A lot of it caused by the stupidity of that entire group. I mean, they fucked themselves over. I don't think Holly necessarily fucked herself over, but and Holly and Ashley. But it's like the like Evan, Micah, and Eric kind of just fucked themselves over with that stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's been fun. We'll see how it plays out. I mean, I assume Alex G is probably the next one out unless he wins immunity. Or if Chris or Victoria win immunity, and if that's the case, then this endgame is going to be super fun. Because if that's the case, it doesn't really matter who goes home at that point. But if we get to the final 6 where they're back to being 3-3, and there's another rock draw or something, like that'll be ridiculous. But it's actually a possibility. I mean, it'll be fun to see. Again, I'm rooting for Chris Toria is what everyone's calling him, but Chris and Victoria at this point. I'm mostly rooting for Chris. To be honest, Victoria is just kind of meh to me. But Chris Thomas is great. Alex G is kind of just whatever. He's there. As I said, Victoria is like, she's fine. I don't dislike Victoria, but she's not really. I don't think she's played. I don't think anyone has played well except for maybe Holly, and even she's like kind of like kind of in the middle. I mean, Micah's okay too, but everyone else. I mean, like Ashley Roach has just been doing mostly nothing. King doesn't even know what the fuck is going on. So in terms of from a strategic standpoint, I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I guess we're over 30 minutes. So yeah, I guess I'll end the episode here. Next episode, we will go ahead and continue on. We will do The Man from Sintra. Actually, before we end this, I kind of want to look at how much is left of this DLC, because I remember I was talking earlier about how I don't think I'll finish this until Tuesday, but at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish this on Monday, like probably even pretty early Monday. All right, let's look this up. So what part was I? Okay, this is part 14, so 14, 15. Let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 parts. Okay, maybe I'll finish it by the end of the morning recording session on Monday. So I guess I won't finish it early Monday, but then again, I'll probably record. No, I probably won't. Never mind. I was gonna say I'll probably record Sunday night, but I forgot I'm gonna be busy Sunday night. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll record a little bit tonight. But either way, I mean, we're going to finish this by Monday, which is cool, because that means it only took me a week to finish The Witcher 3. Like, all of the main game and the DLCs, which is pretty fast. Especially considering, I mean, last time it took me, 97 parts, and I think the 97 parts is like it took me 2 weeks. 2 weeks, around 2 weeks. I think a little bit more than that, actually. I think 2.5 weeks to finish The Witcher 3 last time. Yeah, this time we did it within a week, which, yeah, after this we will be playing King's Quest, which should be some fun. I never played it before, so that'll be fun. And then, what's after that? Oh yeah, I haven't decided what's after that. I'm thinking Shadow of Mordor, but I'm not 100% decided on that. But either way, we're done with The Witcher, and we're done with this episode. Next episode, we will continue on. We'll probably finish this up on Monday. I don't know if I'll record another episode until then. We will see how it turns out, but for now, I guess. Thank you for watching.